Good morning. First, do we have another one coming?
We have one more.
We have one more. Good morning, and I'll be back in a minute. Good morning. Welcome to MVUC. I'm Dave Keegan. I'm a member of this congregation, and I'm pleased to be here on this lovely winter morning. Whether this is your first time with us or your 1001st, know that you are welcome here and that we are glad to have you. We are continuing to navigate how best to offer services at this time. I think we're beginning to figure it out. And we're glad we can provide this forum both in person and virtually to find comfort and recommit ourselves to the mission of supporting one another in our spiritual journeys, working for justice, caring for the earth, and building the common good. We gather to recommit ourselves to dismantling systems of oppression and injustice. It is good to be together. We have 3 announcements this morning. The first is we have a lovely quilt hanging behind me. It will not be hanging here long. The quilters who did such marvelous work have informed me that it was won by Becky Troutman yesterday. So congratulations to Becky. And I'm also informed that despite all the crowds that you saw in the parking lot yesterday, there are still holiday bargains available over in Holland Hall. So when we finish the service, you might want to grab a cup of coffee, maybe even a donut, and head over there. And our third announcement is by the chairman of our board, Glenn Sheffield.
Good morning. My name is Glenn Sheffield, and I'm a member of this church and board chair for this year. We are incredibly thankful for the progress we are making this fall. So many of you have volunteered to support us in our healing journey. I am personally thankful for all you have participated in the fall events to help us move toward a healing congregation. This is so much going on, from net zero efforts to fundraising, to governance, to covenant and behavior. Thank you, and you are so much appreciated. At our congregational meeting in August, Reverend Kimberly summarized our thoughts and ideas to include covenant and behavior. She has been asked to continue working with us for 3 more congregational sessions that I have outlined in a previous message. These are congregational sessions, and to continue healing, we ask that you make every effort to attend. Session 1, Understanding the Process, is Sunday, December 1st, next Sunday, after her service. In this service, we will talk about the process and come to a mutual understanding of terms and tools to be used going forward. So I encourage you to attend, and I thank you in this week of Thanksgiving for all that you're doing for this congregation.
And just to state the obvious, thank you, Glenn, for all the work that you're putting in. Being chair of the board is incredibly difficult in the best of times. Comma, I will not complete that thought. So I invite you to look to your emails, phones, and our website for continuing updates about worship and other church happenings. And know that if you're ever in need, your church service, your church staff is an email or a phone call away. Let us take a deep breath as we enter a time of worship.
Our chalice lighting this morning comes from our Soul Matters lesson plans for the month of November. This one is particularly for the upper elementary level. So I'm going to ask anybody who would like to join in. You can stay where you are, but we have some gestures. So get warmed up. Here we go. Okay. We are Unitarian Universalists who put love at the center of our lives. We light this chalice today in honor of the flame of truth and its call for us to spread it. Thank you. Our opening words are not from the lesson plan, but I like them anyway. These are excerpted from a piece by Bob Smith, and it's called Let Us Rebuild. November is the season of repair. This is the moment to address the damage we've carelessly inflicted through the year, to speak of secret wounds with quiet courage. The path before us, difficult, but clear. Let us rebuild the ruins of the heart, drawing upon forbearance, faith, and art. In that vein, would you please rise in body or in spirit to join together in our opening hymn, number 349, perfect for this particular week, we gather together.
We gather together to join
And please remain standing as we unite our voices to speak aloud the covenant of our community. These words are known within our heart in our order of service. Love is the teaching of the Church. The quest of truth is its daily task, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve life and community, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony. This is our covenant with each and with all. We come now to the morning offering. Mount Vernon Unitarian Church continues to share the plate with committed organizations that you, our members, have chosen. During the month of November, our offering is being shared with the Friends of Guest House. Friends of Guest House helps female ex-offenders in Northern Virginia make the difficult transition from incarceration back into the community. Most of the women who have served have been released from Northern Virginia jails where they serve time for nonviolent offenses. They are determined to make a new life for themselves and often for their children, despite the tough obstacles they face in getting job interviews or getting hired, being accepted as tenants, and overcoming trauma and gaining job skills. Guest House, based in Alexandria, has had a remarkable success rate, with only 10% of its graduates reoffending within a year, compared with 70% of ex-inmates reoffending nationally. So I invite this gathered community to offer whatever you are most comfortable with in spirit and financial generosity for Guest House and for the mission of this church. Will the ushers please come forward at this time?
Thank you, Ria. Thank all of you for your generosity that makes this community what it is and what it could be. I wanted to share another piece of our curriculum. This is an object lesson, and it's called an object lesson on repairing the harm of lies with truth. Simple. So I'm going to ask anybody who would like to come forward. Age does not matter. If you want to be part of this, come on up. I'm going to meet you down here in front. All right? You ready? Here we go. Come on up. Don't be shy. Anybody who'd like to? All right. And then I'm going to ask you to take a penny. You can't keep it. I'm just saying that right now. This is not yet anyway. We got to do that. We got to do this lesson first. Okay?
How many bills?
Just take one. Take one penny. No bills, because
We got one more penny.
you want to take one penny? All right, hold on to that for a second. Take a penny. Come on back. Here we go. Anybody else? Take a penny. Okay. Take a penny. You take a penny. Hey, there you are. Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you, David. Excellent. See, all ages. Okay. So here we go. So let's start with, I have a quarter. Yes, that's right. I have a quarter. Now this quarter though, represents a lie. And I'm going to say it's a fairly big one, okay? Because it's a quarter. And I'm going to drop it in here. Now the thing with lies is you tell the lie, and then you probably let it go because you don't want to get in trouble, right? And you don't want to look silly or foolish or mean or anything like that. The problem though is that then you probably have to tell another lie to kind of keep that first one covered up. So your pennies represent those lies, those extra ones. So could you start dropping your pennies in here? The idea is we're going to try to cover up that first lie. Okay, so drop your penny in there. All right, we got a little bit of it, a little bit more. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Whoa, almost there. Keep dropping. All right. Oh, I still see that first one. I don't know. Here we go. Keep dropping. Oh, yep. It's getting close now. Is it? Almost. Almost. Hold on. Watch fingers. Hold on. I'm gonna have to add a couple here. Oh my gosh. We got to add a few more. You're gonna add another one? Okay. Keep going. I still see a little bit of it. I don't know. Keep dropping. See, this is the problem. Oh, wait. Did we cover it up? Is it done?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's really under there now. You want to drop another one? Drop them. Oh, we are deep now. Okay, you got them all?
Okay, come on.
This is all the pennies in my wallet, so there we go.
Okay.
Well, can you see the original one?
Nope.
No. Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Look at, not underneath. You're not supposed to look underneath. Look at that. I covered it now. But look at that. Look at all those other lies we had to tell. So, okay, you ready? I'm going to use the original tweezers because I tried it with and it doesn't work. So here's my tweezers. I'm not going to use those because I can't find it. So here's our original tweezers. I'm going to reach down in there and see if I can get that. Because what these tweezers represent is truth-telling, okay? Let's put those down. Thank you. It's truth-telling. I got to dig down underneath that layer of extra lies. And here it is. There's the original one. And you know what? I got my quarter back. The thing is that sometimes it's easier, really, to tell the truth from the beginning. So you don't have to keep covering up the lie, right? All right, so there is your object lesson. This feels very nice and clean, so I'm going to say that's the water of truth as well. How's that? All right, thank you. I'm going to have, nope, these pennies are going in the offering bowl. How's that? All right, thank you. All right, good job. All right, that's good. Nope, we're going to leave those right there. Thank you. Thank you. I know, we'll get them later, don't worry. Thank you all very much for that. Now I got to dry my hands off. There we go. The water of truth. All right, that idea that sometimes we're scared, we don't want to get in trouble, so we tell one lie, and then we have to keep going. We have to keep going. When maybe it's worth the risk of truth-telling from the beginning. Thank you.
Would you please remain seated and join me in singing 10,002 in your teal hymnals, Comfort Me. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Speak for me. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. Speak for me, speak for me, speak for me, oh my soul. Dance with me. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me, oh my soul. Comfort me. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul.
At this time, we invite all of you to come forward in silence to light a candle of joy or sorrow.
Not fair making you cry a little before you're preaching. Thank you all so much. And my usual preaching device, which is nice and small and can be hidden, decided to stay home this morning. So it doesn't look like I'm making a product placement. This is actually part of a project that I would like to invite you all to participate in. We're creating a bulletin board with some cards about kindness, acts of kindness. And if you are most engaged and can pay attention by having your hands busy, there's a very small table at the back by those back outside doors with some crayons and a few little cards that will go in envelopes on the bulletin board with simple acts of kindness. So if you would like to do any of that, please avail yourself. And in the meantime, just remember to be. I want to see who's in the room this morning. So we're going to do a little mending exercise. Imagine you are holding a sewing needle in one hand. Are you right or left? So imagine there's the needle and the thread in the other. And now I want you to thread the needle. Okay? There you go. So are you a take the thread to the needle or are you the take the needle to the threader? Do you even know? Are you didn't take the thread to the needle? Anybody is a needle to the thread? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See? I don't know why that is. I don't know. But my mom said when she was teaching me how to sew, much to her credit and my frustration, that you take the thread to the needle, right? So one way or the other, the thread goes through the needle, which is the important part there. So let's next take our threaded needle and imagine that you're mending a tear, all right? Now, I was taught that you make the mending as invisible as possible, so you usually start on the back of whatever's torn, and you do whatever, whether it's a whip stitch or a chain stitch or a running stitch. I've forgotten what they all look like, but that's the point there. You make it as invisible as possible so it looks new again, nobody will know, it's all fine, right? Right now, you can carefully place your needle someplace safe, keep it close. But there's a trend now, maybe it's a movement, maybe it's bigger than a trend, to make that mending visible, right? You show off your work, you say, yes, it's repaired. And a lot of things, examples of this I've seen, just beautiful, tiny works of thread art, needle art. Like somebody even covered an entire hole. They made a spray of flowers that went down, far beyond the original tear or hole. Absolutely beautiful. Either way, the invisible mending or that beautiful work of art, very visible, takes practice. You don't do it perfectly on the first try. And I'm wishing that I had known about that visible mending part when I was learning to sew, because I might not have had to redo so many stitches, tear things out, start again. Heaven forbid, put the button on the way I usually do. So have you ever had to repair a repair? Has that been part? Yeah, that's, again, it takes practice, this mending. And let's take it beyond that idea of needlework and stitching. Even saying, I'm sorry, to mend a hurt you have caused takes practice and a bit more work than just saying the words. I was thinking of how we say, I'm sorry. Have you ever done that? Like, maybe you want to practice right now. Just say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Tone is everything, right? Right there. If you roll your eyes when you say, I'm sorry, you're not sorry. I'm looking back at a UUA, Unitarian Universalist Association's common read from a couple years ago, the book called On Repentance and Repair by Rabbi Dayna Rutenberg. It is a tremendous read because Rabbi Dayna goes back centuries to the mystic and Maimonides to see how he described a proper repair of relationship. Rabbi Dayna uses this example, and this I don't know, some of you may have done this or heard this recently, but I said I was sorry, right? Have you said, but I said I was sorry? So you hear sometimes our young folk will say that. Sometimes I said I was sorry. Isn't that enough? And the problem, as Rabbi Dayna described it, is that there's still somebody right here going, ow, ow, but I said I was sorry. So your first question, Rabbi Dayna says, is, are you okay? That's the first question. And the second question has to be in a proper repair. What do you need to feel better? Right? But I said I was sorry. We're not done yet. You have to address the harm first, and then keep going. If the person who has been harmed does not get their needs met, we're not doing it right. We don't often get as far as that. Sometimes it's, I'm sorry. Come back. Come back. I've used a piece that I found from the Greater Good Science Center. I figured I wanted to balance this with both the both and of historical, rabbinical teaching and some science. Okay, so let's see if we can weave those together. The Greater Good Science Center at the University of California in Berkeley says there are 4 steps to making a good, real apology. Acknowledge the offense. Here's the thing. That may sound like, I'm sorry you were hurt. What did that feel like when I said that just now? Did you roll your eyes? Yeah, that does not work. I'm sorry I hurt you. Okay, we can begin now. The second one I have a bit of an argument with because it's provide an explanation. And if you've ever had someone say, I'm sorry I hurt you, but you know what you did? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. The best thing to say at that point is, there's no excuse for what I just did. Okay, just keep it simple. I'm sorry, there's no excuse for what I just did. The third step is to express remorse. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then the fourth step is make amends. Do the repair. It doesn't have to be invisible. Maybe it's visible, but maybe it is invisible. Do the repair. Expressing remorse, saying I'm sorry, and then say why you're sorry, that I hurt you, that I feel ashamed that I did that I'm a little humiliated that I did that because I feel like I could be better, and I didn't come forward and do it the way I really would like to be in that moment. Here's the thing. That moment of expressing remorse provides you an opportunity, and this is what they said, acknowledge disappointment in yourself. I'm really sorry I did that. I know I could be better. I know I could do better. And make a commitment to improve. I will try so hard never to do that again. I don't ever want to promise that I will never do that thing again. I'm going to try really hard not to ever do that thing again if it caused somebody harm. But I'm also a human being. I'm not perfect. I have to keep practicing. Got to keep practicing. The making amends, making it better part right here is the most complex step. It could be something that you can do right then in that moment, but it could be something that will take you years. It could be something that you have to work on for a lifetime. We are not people who like to have that kind of long-term work. We want to get that thing done. I'm sorry, we're done. Nope, not really. So it could mean something like if you've broken a window, you pay for the cost or repair the window yourself. Make sure you know what you're doing if you're going to do it yourself, so you don't have to redo the repair. Maybe play baseball somewhere else. Or maybe it's doing your own inner work. Maybe at that moment you realize you caused harm, and the only way you can try your very best to not do that again is to go to therapy. Go talk to somebody. Why am I doing this? Where did that come from? I've been asking myself a lot that question. Where did that come from? Why did I say that? Why did I do that? Why am I feeling this way? Because we can be very quick to react. And it takes some work to find out where that reaction is coming from. Is that I'm protecting myself? That's how I was taught to respond to this situation? What am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to practice doing it a different way. Are you tired yet? Yeah, I'm tired. The really important thing here is making amends is you ask the person who you caused harm to, sorry about the grammar, what would help them feel better, right? You don't say, I know what to do, make you feel better. Nope. Nope. You ask the person, and then you try your best to do what they've asked you to do. That's really hard, because we know, right? We know what will make me feel better. No. I'm going to pause here for a heart check-in. Can you put your hands on your heart? How you doing? Okay? All right, and a breath in, and a breath out. If apologizing involves so many tricky steps, why do we do it at all? Why bother? Is it because when you were growing up, somebody said you had to? Yeah. There's a moment in child development that you kind of have to you have to get to it first before you start saying, you have to say you're sorry. You have to say you're sorry. Because if you start too young, it's like, why? What did I do? If it was something that happened about 5 minutes ago, that's too long. But you can kind of practice that. Wouldn't it be so much easier to tell somebody who's like sitting there going, ow, to say, don't worry about it, deal with it, get over it. How did that feel when I said that? Get over it. You're not going to talk to me again, are you? You don't want to sit with me at lunch. It would be easier. It would be easier. Yeah, fine. I'm sorry. I said I was sorry. Deal with it. The problem is it would leave a lot of really hurt people in the world. At least my own self. Because you know somebody's going to do that back to you, right? The trouble is that then leads to more hurt people, and hurt people can really easily become angry people who cause more hurt people. You see what's going on there? That big cycle over and over and over again. The problem is it doesn't take practice to just say, deal with it. That just rolls off. There's no internal editor when you say, just deal with it, right? Now, that's not a world I want to live in, the one that's full of hurt and angry people who cause more hurt and more anger. I don't want my children or your children or our children to live in that world. I don't want my friends and my loved ones to live in that world. And I want for my own self the humility to admit when I make a mistake or cause harm, to sincerely apologize, own my fault. I did that, and I'm sorry. And I will strive to make amends. I will dig down under the pennies to get to the quarter and wash it clean, if I can. Now, these have all been kind of examples of those interpersonal apologies. Those take practice. So can you imagine if we make that bigger, if it becomes the silver dollar of the lie, the untruth, the harm, that silver dollar? And you know what I'm talking about, because we're about to head into that week of Thanksgiving. That's right. Many, many, many indigenous peoples in this land are calling it Thanksgiving instead. This is about reparations. That's a really big word for making amends, right? But the same idea. You ask the person who was harmed what would help them feel better. And then you strive to do it. As a nation, we have not been really good at that part. We like to keep putting pennies. We like to keep putting pennies. Whew. I know I just laid a big thing on you all. But we are the people we have been waiting for. We are the ancestors to come. So let's begin that work. Hints of it have started. Reparations for indigenous peoples. Reparations for the African Americans. We can do it, and we must. To be the people we really imagine ourselves to be. I don't say that lightly. I don't say that lightly, given our current atmosphere. This is, say it with me, practice. Practice. So let's start with this word, be. I'll be right back. Hold on. I gotta make sure I put this together. Let's start with this word. Be. Can you read that one? Be kind. What? What does that mean? I'm just going to be nice. Not nice. Be kind. Kind infers that it might be difficult. Kind infers that it may not be what someone would call nice, because you might be firm about something. You might say, okay, you apologize, but you know what? It's not okay, and you have some more work to do. That's kind. It may not be nice, and that's okay, because guess what? Being kind, that also takes practice. I believe in us. I believe in you. I believe that together we can do this. This practice, this kindness, this proper, deep, real apology and reparation. Be kind and practice. Become a good, kind, strong ancestor. Amen and blessed be. Will you join together in singing our closing hymn, number 1001, in your teal hymnal, Breaths?
I have to teach you just two short things. Look at page 2 on breaths. Whoosh. Whoosh. Can you say that with me? Whoosh. Whoosh. They use that as a cleanse between verses. It's just beautiful. Listen. Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. To the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. To the ancestors' breath and the voice of the waters. Those who have died, who have never, never left, their heads are not under the earth. They are in the rustling graves, they are in the groaning woods, they are in the crying grass, they are in the moaning rocks. The dead are not under the earth. Back to the first page. Listen more often to friends than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. To the ancestors' breath and the voice of the Father's word. To the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters. Those who have died have never, never left. The dead are unto the living. They are in the woman's breast. They are in the wailing child. They are with us in our homes. They are with us in this crowd. The dead of a pact with the living. Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters.
Please join in the words we say each week as we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
I think it's kind of good when the flame does not go out. I want to offer this blessing or prayer for you to carry with you. Literally, there are many copies of this on the back table, this little prayer. Keep my anger from becoming meanness. Keep my sorrow from collapsing into self-pity. Keep my heart soft enough to keep breaking. Keep my anger turned towards justice, not cruelty. Remind me that all of this, every bit of this, is for love. Keep me fiercely kind. Those are the words of Laura Jean Truman. Go, beloveds, be fiercely kind. Amen.